you got the Boston Trucker with you. It's a Saturday bonus video. What's up? Let's get the week started. I'm gonna dump out this load of mix. Gonna grab a load of snow plows, head to the materials yard with that, come back, get another load of plows, take it to a school. Then we're gonna call it a weekend. And then we're gonna start this thing all over again on Monday. Let's go, cue that music, yeah! Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. How's my energy level on the opening? I had to pull that out. Oh man, nothing better than working on a Saturday, making that overtime money. Except sleeping late, spending time with the family and the kids. Wow. Somebody's got to work today, and don't worry, I'm gonna do it. Oh, and Teddy too, even though he had the day off, he's working. He can't take a day off. Like literally. When I'm that age, ain't no way. No way. All right, let's dump her out. Yeah, let's go. Well, she ain't pretty, but she's ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plows. We're still gonna move these, most likely today also. Let's roll. Don't look too close. Definitely locked and loaded. Saturday, this place is closed. Get in and get out easily. This used to be very fine juice. Now it's Pepsi. Used to haul very fine out of here all the time. I drove for land transport. Well, that was easy. This way I don't have to go over the railroad tracks. gotta come back for those two. I don't know if it's gonna be today or Monday. I vote for Monday, but Mike seems kind of eager to get them moved all today, so. Cut her down. We got two pushers and a plow. Plow's going to the yard, pushers are going to a school. Let's roll. Yeah, they got me working late today. It's gonna be a long Saturday. Plenty of overtime, that's for sure. I mean, been overtime since yesterday. I dropped the plow off at the yard. Now I got to unchain the two pushers and wait for Mike to come down with a loader, and then go back and get the last two plows, bring them back here, and that'll be it. Like this shirt? I got it at the Big Iron Classic. Haven't got to wear it yet. Almost got it all the way over. Offload's a lot easier than hauling fish or produce, that's for sure. Pretty quick. And happy to see you. This last one off, we'll go meet Tony up in Littleton. He's gonna load the last two plows on me. Bring them back here, dump them off, and then park it with the low bed over the weekend. Go back Monday morning, switch to the dump trailer. That's the plan anyways. That, huh? Nice job. Good job. Let's do it. Oh, I was wondering why you switched cars.
I want to put it away before we get salt on the road.
Yeah, you better hurry up. It's coming.
I know, they have a few towns up, they had snow in the
Yeah, Andrew texted me this morning. Did you guys go out and salt last night? I said no, we didn't get anything. He goes, they called us in Milford and Bellingham.
Really?
Yeah. It got rain last night, then it froze.
Yes, they had some. Shit.
You have a chain? Or you want to use one of my short chains?
One of your short chains.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like walking. You feel like walking?
No, I don't feel like doing it. You not.
Okay, so big plow. Okay, that he wants that one on the passenger side sticking out.
So
if we
can
can do it,
the
right? Yeah, with the other one we'll just stick on.
Yep.
We'll try it. We'll see how it looks.
Listen to that skip. Whoa. Oh, you here to work?
Always working.
If you're not here to work, then leave. To go. Not bad. Not bad.
We'll see.
It's only 2 o'clock.
Mickey Screen today. What do you do?
Nice enough to let me out. No, come on, I can't make it now. You gotta come on, I appreciate that. Let's go. This guy's not gonna make it. Come on, I can't make it with you. I can't make it with you then. Next guy, stop. Put my hand up. Keeps going, huh? How about you just move back? Could have just stayed where he was. Everybody's so impatient. I swear. Could have just stayed where he was. Nope. Chains on one side, short on the other. nice coming here when there's no snow on the ground and lots of cars. That off, heading back to the yard empty and park it. Call it a day. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock somewhere here. 3 o'clock. It's Monday morning. 27 degrees out, wind chilled in the teens. It is cold. Brr. Everybody had a good weekend. If you got to enjoy yours, I did. It was good. Saturday night, went out to dinner with my wife and daughter. And Sunday, went to Costco with my wife. And went out to lunch with my son and his girlfriend and chilled at home the rest of the day. Watched Landman season 3 episode 1. That was good. Some other stuff. And we're back at it. It's Monday. We're gonna do some trucking. I'm gonna go get rid of this low bed, hook up to the dump trailer, and start hauling. Truck show at the end of the week, Chemex. I'm sure I'll be talking more about that. I got the low bed dropped. I am hooked up to the dump trailer. Gonna head over to the gravel pit down the street and get a load of sand. Head back to the materials yard. Back on schedule almost. Well, I caught Teddy. He's got a load of sand on, and I gotta get a load of sand. Going good, buddy. How are you?
Good, good. Keeping the wheels turning anyway. How about you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Staying busy, man. You have a good one there. We'll catch you later. Be good.
Think I got you.
Slammed. We've been dumping and hauling out. Been very busy this morning. It's so cold out too. It's 29 degrees out. Wind is wicked, but people are working. I like this 589 right here. Love that truck. That was my buddy in another 589. Not much. Trying to stay inside today. Come on.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Have a good day.
You too. Alright, we got our last load on. Heading into the barn. Load of sand. 4 loads out, 4 loads back. Let's do it. It's 2:30. Be back at 3:30. Dump her out. Preload. Out the door at 4 o'clock. Then I gotta go to the drugstore, pick up a prescription, and then I got an appointment at the gym at 5 o'clock. It's almost like I'm a normal person. The most normal thing I do is really that I go to The most normal thing I do is go to the gym with other people. None of them know my real persona as the Boston Trucker. I'm just the guy in the gym that nobody looks at. And that's not a bad thing. A few of you mentioned in the comment section about hyping videos. I still don't know what that means. I'm not hyping jack. And some YouTube channels are offering bonus content if you sign up for it for a few extra bucks a month. Yeah, I'm not into that either. I don't. The day I count on YouTube money to feed my family, I can't imagine that ever happening. There is money in YouTube. There is some money in YouTube, but it's not enough to. It's a little side hustle, but you got to be very successful. You got to have a lot of subscribers, and you got to have a lot of views. And yeah, I have a on the. How do I say this? Like, it's weird. I was talking to Long Haul Paul, one of my favorite trucker singers. I mean, this guy's an actual trucker like me, still driving over the road, still feeding his family through trucking. His side hustle is his music. You know, he'll admit he's probably never going to hit it big. He's never going to be big like Tony Justice or Dave Dudley or C.W. McCall or Red Sovine. But he's just him. He's just himself. He's just being himself, and he works hard at his side hustle, but trucking feeds the family. It's the same with me. The Boston trucker persona, and for most of the time that didn't make me any money, only until the last 4 or 5 years I make a little bit of money on it. A little bit, okay? Don't get crazy. Don't think I'm buying a mansion with my social media money, but it definitely helps. But money is trucking for me. That's where I'm going to make my money. I'll never be too big to drive a truck and just be making straight videos. Unless my health fails. And I'm able to still make videos, and I might lean on that, but I'm fighting it, so I think I'm going to be alright. Also, yeah, I already said that part. Never mind. Hey. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm missing the boat when cashing in on YouTube. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't want to. It's like my merch. You look down below, I sell merch. I probably make 4 or 5% and everything gets sold. I haven't had things sold in a long time. Once in a while, I don't even handle the merch. You know, it's through another website. I design the merch, they sell it. I get a very small portion, very small. And maybe I'm just not good at social media. Maybe I'm too old to be in on all the latest trends and cool phrases. And I didn't get into this to do any of that. I didn't get into this to make a living off of social media. I got into it purely just to share my my experiences and my story and my daily job and all that stuff, and inspire a few people along the way and mentor a few people along the way, and not take it too seriously. I was talking to my friend today, and he was asking me if all this YouTube stuff and all these truck shows, is it starting to take its toll on me mentally and physically, because I don't have the energy I used to have. And honestly, not really. I really had to take a look at myself. Going to multiple truck shows does take a lot out of you, and but I am trying to feed the content monster, and I enjoy truck shows. But I have skipped a few of them this year just to get a break. And a few weeks ago, I think I swore I wasn't going anymore this year, but I am planning as of now to go to the Chemex show because I'm a big supporter of Bob Hoyle and the Chemex brand. They've been good to me. I believe in their products. It's also a charity show, Toys for Tots. You know, that's a big thing for me. And my plan is to go. Things could change. And we'll see about that. But I was thinking about, I had just made my appointment. So I go to this gym. It's not like a gym where you just show up anytime. There's a trainer there and there's a class, and the class is every hour, and they'll do up to 8 people at a time. So I just signed up for that because I'll be done around 4. I'll sign up for the 5 o'clock class. I don't sign up till later in the day till I have an idea when I'm going to finish, because if I don't show up, I lose that class. I pay for 2 a week automatically. If I go to an extra class, I get charged for that, like 20 bucks. So I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, and it makes me feel kind of normal. And it's just like, it's like so far removed of the life I used to have. And you know, I was thinking, you know, one of my last coast-to-coast runs, which was 1999, really. It's a long time ago. I mean, geez. You know, over the road was such a big part of my life, and I feel like it is now, but it really isn't. You know, and new people on my channel are like, oh, it's just a local dump truck guy. What does he know about over the road? And yeah, you'll just have to go back and watch. But you know, my first move to becoming normal was 99, you know, and I didn't get off the road in 99. I got off running coast to coast in 99, but I was still running as far as Chicago and Virginia Beach and down to Cincinnati. That circle, which was local to me, you know, I never went more than 900 miles west of Boston or south, and was back the same week, so that was considered local for me. But I just remember that last run when I made the decision. It was a holiday weekend. I think it was Thanksgiving weekend. Again, this was in 99 though. My memory's a little fuzzy. I come out of LA, went over to Alameda Street, got a frozen load, took that up to Maricold in Ontario, Oregon. Dropped in Ontario, Oregon Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving. Had to fly up to Yakima to get a load of apples. That's about 300 miles, about 4 hours, 4.5 hours in good weather. But it snowed across. There was snow coming across, and I was going empty over Cabbage Pass in Pendleton, Oregon, and I was not proficient in hanging chains. I had the basic idea down. I had done it once before. I never lost any chains or broke any, but I wasn't really good at it. Nobody showed me. And I come up to Cabbage Pass empty, and I hung some iron. I get over, coming across 84, I got an 82, over the Columbia River, the Umadilla, made my way up to Yakima. Wednesday before Thanksgiving, was supposed to load at noon, and didn't get there till 2. You know, people are ready to go home. It's Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving, you know. I get up there. It was a couple hours late for my appointment because of the weather. Loaded out of Yakima, and so that was Wednesday afternoon. I had to deliver Sunday Miami, load of apples. Outside of Miami.
Yeah, you see me on there, Mr. Mike?
Yes, I do. Who we got there?
Nicholas, your truck looks real good, buddy.
Appreciate that. Nicholas who?
Lanza.
How are you?
I'm just a kid with a CV in his truck that likes trucks.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I like trucks too.
I don't know, do you know Mr. Scott Johnston?
Yeah.
I work for him.
Oh, you work for Scott? So you work for paving? Well, that's great. Tell him I said hello.
Will do. Take it easy. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. I love when I'm actually recording and somebody calls me on the radio. Doesn't happen often. Anyways, I get out of Yakima and I start heading southeast. Coming out of Yakima to get to Miami. How did I go? I took 82 to 84 back over to Cabbage. Still snowing. It was that night late. No sleeping, by the way. There was no sleeping in trucking back then. Over Cabbage, hung iron again, got over the top. Run across Idaho, down to Ogden, Utah. Got on 80, made it to Rock Springs, Wyoming, to Cruel Jacks. Went to bed for probably 4 or 5 hours. And that was Thanksgiving. And this is before the speed limits were pretty open back then. It was like 65 back then, but you know, you'd still run 80 miles an hour all day. Thanksgiving ran across Wyoming, Nebraska, cut over to 29 South down to Kansas City, made it over to Oak Grove, Missouri, Thanksgiving night, and then 70 to 29 to 64 to Mount Vernon, 57 64, I don't know, to 24 to Nashville, 24 to Chattanooga, to 75 to Atlanta, and then down to Florida, cut across, whichever way I cut across, I don't remember. But it was a fast trip over the holiday. It was a lot. A lot of 5,000 mile weeks for what? Did I retire from all the money I made from those 5,000 mile weeks? No. Did I get ahead in life from all those 5,000 miles weeks? No. Just grinded the soul right out of me. And yeah, I just started thinking long and hard over that weekend. Is this all there is to life? I don't know, that's all I knew. My dad did the same thing. And by the time I got home from that trip, I was usually gone 2-3 months at a time. And I would come home for 2 or 3 days and ready to go again. But there was a local ad for a driver for Ken's salad dressing, and it was paying real good. I didn't know anybody there, and it was a corporate job, driving corporate trucks. Still running the road, but more local, like really went from Boston to Chicago, or Boston to Cincinnati, or from Boston to Virginia Beach, and that was it. To me, that was local. A day out, a day back. A day out, make your deliveries, make your pickup, back haul, come back to the Boston area, deliver your back haul, usually go home for the afternoon or night, go back out the next day or that night. It's a nice job. That was that's when I started getting a taste of being normal. And Kent's was a cool job. You know, they gave us free salad dressing every Friday. when you get back to the yard, you either got back Friday or Saturday morning, you could take 2 bottles of whatever you wanted home with you. That was a nice little perk. But, you know, truck drivers, we all got greedy. Not me, but the drivers brought in the Teamsters, and they started pouring the Kool-Aid to everybody. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid. I was drinking it, but I wasn't swallowing it. And a lot of drivers are swallowing. And that was that. We were out of a job. I was there maybe a year and a half. I got a severance package though. I got $7,000 severance package. I was only there a year and a half, so that was pretty cool. And then the next year or two was kind of wishy-washy for me. I had like 3 or 4 different jobs trying to find a home. That's when I hauled cheese for the guy out of Wisconsin, more trucking. I drove for Silver's Express, hauling desks. Tried my hand at another local job I've never talked about, hauling for Bradley's department stores. That was a night job. And that's when I found New Century, early 2000. And I worked for them for 8 years. Eight years that I don't remember. I made a lot of money. And what did that get me? Nothing. I'm still working. So, you know, you work your ass off. What does it really get you sometimes, you know? Sometimes you get ahead and you get way ahead. You know, and you're paying off cars and you're paying off mortgages. That's great if you're good with your money. I'm really, really good with my money back then. Not so much. I was pretty good at saving in a bank. You know what the smartest thing I ever did was, when I worked for Bud Meyer, 22 years old, and they had a 401k, and I didn't know anything about a 401k, but everybody said you got to put your money in a 401k, and I started that, and I was there a total of 6 years. And then there were years where I worked for people with no 401k, and then I would roll it over. And then New Century had one. I rolled it over there, and I had rolled it over at Ken's before that, then a New Century, and seconds. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, that trailer looks good on that truck.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, looking good too.
All right, but have a good one. I'll see you.
You too, man.
And anyways, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I don't. You do what you want to do. But the 401k definitely, I mean, you don't know. The way it's looking, it's definitely going to help my my retirement. And I don't think I'm going to be one of those guys that's driving in their 70s full time. I really don't. I'm not going to be like Teddy. Who I think has every dollar he's made since his confirmation under his mattress. But I don't. I still enjoy working and driving, but I don't know, 65 years old, which is another 9 years for me. I turned 56 in a few weeks. Maybe I'll slow down a little bit. I definitely want to take a couple months off in the winter time. I think January and February off, you know, the 2 worst months of the year. Maybe go live down south somewhere every year, a different location. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm going to the gym today at 5. That's how this started. Gonna pump some iron. Nice meeting notes. Look at you. How you doing? Heading eastbound, 7:30 a.m. Route 2 East. Loaded gravel, heading towards that big bright ball in the sky. Somebody reach up there and dim that light a little bit. Shell Rotella. We got the notice that Super Rigs is going to be June 25th through 27th. I'll be at Bristol Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee. I'll be a Super Rigs judge once again. Huge honor. So if you're in Bristol, Tennessee, June 25th through 27th, stop on by. Even better, bring your truck. Doesn't have to be a Super Rig. It's going to be a truck that you have pride in. Come to the truck show and try your luck. You never know. May end up on the Super Rigs calendar for next year. You never know. And lots of pro prizes and trophies, but you also meet a lot of cool people and have a good time. And Shell Rotella does their best to welcome everybody and make sure you're doing all right. And yeah, it's a nice event, nice family-friendly event. So hopefully, might see you there. And I haven't got the word yet if I'll be at the Shell Rotella booth at Mid-America Truck Show in March. I shouldn't assume I'm going to be. I'm going to assume I'm going to be, but might not be. Might not be, but they have had me there every year for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. 5 years. So, and if I don't get the invite this year, that's okay. I might just go down on my own. I'd at least get to see the show if I went on my own. I don't see it. I see it a little bit, but I spent 2 days in the booth. I don't see a lot of the show. But anyways, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and it feels like a Tuesday. As a trucker, been doing this a pretty long time. Longer than some, not as long as others. Definitely don't know it all. You know, taught by a very good driver. My dad was a very patient trucker. A lot of patience. He didn't talk about being patient. He just was. And when I was learning to drive trucks and cars with my dad, he'd always tell me to be relaxed behind the wheel. When I first started driving, I'd have 2 hands on the wheel, you know, like 10 and 2, and he'd reach over and kind of push my hand off and go, relax your hand, relax, you're holding the wheel too tight, relax. Probably his way of teaching me patience. And I don't remember my dad yelling about four-wheelers much at all, or other truck drivers. Drivers were better then than they are now. They had less distractions. There's still plenty of bad drivers, but it wasn't like now where it's just constant. My point is, as a trucker, and I've been trucking December '88 legally, so 25, 35, 36 a year trucking. I'm an extremely patient driver. And I don't think patience can be taught. You either have it or you don't. And I'm getting really sick and tired of these non-patient driving mofos. truckers. Really, really getting tired of them. I was just, you know, it's not my truck. It's not my truck. It's a company truck. The company truck breaks, or if the company truck gets hit, as long as I can drive, it ain't my problem, I suppose. But I treat it like it's my own, and that's no matter what truck I've driven. Even when I drove for companies and I wasn't driving a nice truck, which has happened. Treat it like my own. Now, I was just eating a beef stick. I think I got something caught on my teeth. You know, we have contractors come to our yard, tri-axle dump trucks. I don't talk to them. There's no need to talk to them. I give them a wave. I say hello. I don't criticize anybody's driving usually. Number one, I just don't want to have the argument because it's not going to go well. And number two, people don't usually learn. And when I'm in our yard, I really, really try and protect this truck. And it's tight. And a lot of these contractors, it's all about them. They don't even see me. They don't even see our trucks. And they squeeze, and they squeeze. I was literally in the middle. There's two lanes, you know, one way through our yard. I'm literally in the middle. I'm about to get ready to dump, and I got one on my left. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. This mirror is about to graze my trailer. This other mirror is about to graze the wall of the building, and I'm like, where you going? You got nowhere to go. Let me get out of your way. I'm waiting for another guy to get loaded, and I'm gonna pull up. Pulls up right next to me. I didn't say a word. It's not gonna go well if I say anything. It's just not. But what really burns my behind, I shouldn't even say anything. Because this ain't gonna go well if I say anything. You know what? You either taught patience or you're not. Some of our drivers need to learn patience. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just like, we're all on the same team, guys. Come on. I pull into the yard, and my goal is to get in and get out. But I'm not gonna take stupid risks. Squeeze and squeeze and push, try to get in front of our other trucks just to dump, and then hold up that other truck and just squeeze by because he's already loaded and getting ready to leave. My patience is up to here, and I'm really biting my tongue lately. I gotta edit this part out. It's not gonna lead to anything good, but I don't know. I try to protect the truck and be efficient, and I am efficient. I'm very efficient. Might not be definitely not the fastest, but I'm probably the most efficient. Venting, just venting. Everything's great. Everything's good. But you can't teach patience. You either have it or you don't. You can talk. You know, I used to be a little. I shouldn't say that. When I was a younger driver, I remember running across, coming out of Jersey, driving for land, cab over Mac. Young driver, I'm 18, 19 years old on my way to Indiana. One in the left lane a lot. I've been running the left lane a lot. Cross 70, get off at New Stanton, heading towards West Virginia, running 70 a lot through there in a damn hurry. I used to do that. When I drove for land, I was in a hurry. I was young, I was running a lot of miles. And I did calm down. Probably when I went to Bud Meyer, I calmed down. Definitely learned a lot about safe driving when I went to work for Walmart. I became a better driver driving at Walmart. Not that they taught me anything much about driving. I don't know, somehow I became a better driver there. And I carried that along throughout my career. I don't know, I just don't know what the damn hurry is. I don't know why people gotta squeeze. I don't know why people gotta get one up ahead. It's just these unnecessary risks. What are the gains? There aren't any gains. There aren't any gains. You just look stupid to us who know. That's it. You look like a knucklehead. Just calm down, everybody. Jeez. I don't, I'm not saying I don't get in the left lane sometimes, but I choose when I get in that left lane very wisely. That's all I gotta say about that. That's my that's my trucking event for the day. I guess just call it a day now. Screwed up in life. There could have been so many different things. It turned out to be this. Watching YouTube last night, which I don't get to do very often. I can't watch YouTube with my wife. She doesn't enjoy it. So I did start a new show last night. My wife was out last night. Morning, Seamus. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. Nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too. Truck was good.
Thanks, pal. You too there. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Seamus, pal.
That was Seamus O'Farrell. Good guy right there. Drives for South Shore Supply out of Hingham, Mass. Anyways. Yeah, when I was watching YouTube last night, wife's out, scrolling through some channels, catching up with some YouTubers that I like to watch. Dooner Livingstone, the traveling man. That's my man. That's my number one. My number one YouTube channel. When I get a chance to watch, that's who I'm watching. If I can only watch one guy, it's Dooner. He made a great video with his dad. Like me, Dooner and his dad have a huge photo collection of their dad's trucking career and childhood with their dads like I do. And he sat down with his dad in a photo album and went through some of the pictures. And his dad talked about each photo. I was recording with my other camera. Nice truck. A great video. Awesome. Highly recommend it. It's a must-see. I also watched a couple of videos of the LaFonda Jackson channel. Her name is Lisa, and her dog's name is Teddy. And that Teddy I really like, by the way. And our Teddy's going to pick up his truck today. He's been in my old truck for 2 or 3 weeks now. His truck's finally ready at the Mac dealer. They had to do a bunch of work to it. But anyways, so I watched LaFonda Jackson. She's up in New York, upstate. She already found her first snow. Great video. I just like that she's just herself and she's not trying to impress anybody, and it's nice scenery. It's just a nice, calm, relaxing channel. But then I discovered a new channel that I've never seen before called Blondie's Trucking Adventures. I don't know her name. She's over in Europe. I'm really liking the European trucking videos. I think she's from Italy. She speaks English pretty well. And she's 26 years old, just trucking. I don't even know what kind of truck she's driving, but she's driving all over Italy. But the cool thing is, she gets on a lot of ferries to take her to different countries to deliver. She was going over to Greece and Romania and Sicily, and then she was going to Malta and then back to Italy. She spent a lot of time on these, they're basically cruise ships for trucks, and they give you you get a room with a bed and a shower. They're not bad. And she spent a lot of time on these boats. And then, I don't know, I mean, not once in my 36-year career of trucking, between hauls, did I get in a bikini and go to the beach, but she does. I mean, if I had a bikini, I would, but I don't. But anyways, she's going on, she's taking tourist trips, she's driving, going to the city and getting food. I'm like, I don't even understand how this is work. I don't know, check out her channel. Nice videos, does a lot of scenery, a lot of music. But I'll tell you, you know, I was kind of in the boat back in the day of why leave America? Why go on vacations anywhere but America when there's so much to see here? And a lot of my friends have that attitude too. And I might never have left the country if it wasn't for my wife and kids who wanted to explore the world. And it's only been about 5 years since, I mean, yeah, I've been to Mexico and I've been to Aruba. I don't really count that as much exploring the world, though. I did enjoy Mexico. Me and my wife went there. When we first got married, we went to Aruba. Mexico, we went to Puerto Vallarta. I enjoyed that trip. That was a nice trip. One of our excursions, I always make fun of my wife. We went to the outback of Mexico, way out into the mountains, to see how a Mexican village lives their daily lives. And it was very, very poor town. We got to meet some of the locals, and we went to a woman's house where she made us some tortillas and some tacos, and that was nice. But we went out into the woods, and they were showing us how the old timers back in the day would eat these wood termites, and they were like, they just eat them as a delicacy. And so they opened up the bark of a tree, and there were all these wood termites in there, and the tour guide, he ate one. They were live, and then invited everybody to eat one. Everybody ate one except me. I'm not falling for that peer pressure. No thank you. My wife had one. She had a live termite. She's like, it tasted like wood. And I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? And I've gone through life feeling pretty good about my decision. But anyways, getting in the, in the last 5 years, it started with going to London. Then we went to Israel. And then we went to Spain and Italy. Really gives me appreciation of the world because, the things we see in America, like the colonial sites, Boston's full of them. I mean, it all started right here, basically. Those sites are, 300 years old, and they're beautiful, they're amazing, the history is amazing. But when you go to other parts of the world, they're thousands of years old, and it's really something to see. And so this Blondie's trucking adventures, she was going to Sicily, which I really wanted to get to, and Malta, which I didn't know anything about Malta. I googled it, and it says it's a very safe country to visit, and it's just ancient. The buildings are just so ancient. These port towns are just amazing to see. When we were, we went to Italy and Spain, it was on a cruise ship, and we had 7 ports that we went into and got off the boat and went into the cities, and it's an amazing feeling to cruise along the Mediterranean Ocean and watch the sun go down and wake up in another port somewhere. It's this feeling I can't describe. It kind of reminds me of when I used to run the road and go to LA every other week, and some nights I'd have to lay over overnight, and I'd sleep at the TA in Ontario, California truck stop just outside of LA. You wake up in the morning, it's springtime, and it was just this feeling in the air that was different than any other part of the country. I can't explain it. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. Russell Spawn, what do you think? Do you know what I'm talking about? That guy would know. Many of you would know. And
you ready, Mike? The last episode of ISO Trucker is here tonight.
I am 2 episodes behind on Ice Road Truckers.
Oh, you got the catching up to do that.
I do. I was on YouTube Trucking last night. I'm talking about it right now, Luke.
Oh, perfect. Am I going to be in the video?
You will be in the video. Your voice I'm recording right now. I'm talking about a new channel I found called Blondie's Trucking Adventure.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. All right, buddy. We'll catch you later.
All right.
That was Luke, Horsepowered Luke on social media, formerly the Cat Trucker. Luke, who I did a video with this summer with the black triaxle Peterbilt he drives for DH Lube. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Thanks, Luke. But yeah, check out Blondie's Truck Adventures. That's all. Interesting. Boy, I missed out on the tourism of trucking back on the road days. I didn't do any tourism stuff at all, except one time. That's it. One time down in Half Moon Bay, and I bobtailed down to Monterey and along the PCH. And that was it, because I had to wait a day and a half to get a load on my trailer. My trailer was getting loaded, a load of flowers. But nowadays, truckers are taking advantage of their 34-hour breaks and taking Ubers, and I think it's awesome. The old me probably never would have done that. I would just hang out at the truck stop and polish my wheels and sit in the restaurant and talk for hours with my arm over the booth chair. But the new me, if I was out there now, and having experienced Uber rides during these Super Rigs visits and Matt's visits, I've gotten pretty comfortable with Uber. I probably would be traveling and taking advantage of it a little bit, especially on a break. Not during my regular work routine. I think you can't get enough sleep when you're working. When you're out trucking and you're down to business, I think every minute of sleep is precious. So I would never screw around with that. But yeah, hey, it's my little spiel on YouTube, trucking and seeing the world. And we don't have our next vacation planned yet. We've been bouncing around with a few ideas. We're talking about going to Denver maybe, and exploring some Colorado a little bit. We're talking about going to France, Paris, which we've never been to. My wife's been there twice. I don't have that much interest in France, but I don't have that much interest in Paris, but I don't know why. And I personally would like to go to Greece, or back to Italy, or Croatia. I'd like to go to Romania. I got family ties in Romania. My father's mother's from Romania. I'd like to go to Lithuania, where my grandfather's family settled from. They were in Odessa. My grandfather was born in Odessa, Russia, which is now, I think that's Ukraine now, right? I'm not sure. And they migrated to Lithuania before he migrated to Israel right before World War II. And then my entire family was wiped out by the Nazis in Lithuania. And I really like to go there, and I'd like to visit some concentration camps, to be honest. I know this has nothing to do with my channel. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I would like to someday maybe take one of those river cruises up in wherever they are. I also want to go to Austria. I got a long list of places I want to go. I'm getting older, and we're all getting older, so if you got someplace you want to go, make that plan and do it, because you know, this whole segment's probably boring to people. I don't know. I'm just trying to fill up some time here, but yeah, there's more to life than just working, and it took me a long time to come to that realization. And then I work with people who just work and are in their 70s, and I'm just like, I understand why I understand why they're working, but they don't take vacations, and I'm just like, yeah, what's the point of life if you just work all the time? You gotta enjoy life too. Not saying they don't enjoy life, but there's a lot to do. Where are you going for, Will? Are you gonna cut me off? Idiots. We're at a merge. I just let 2 people in, and there's always that third. I'm gonna try and drive under my truck. Oh, man. Good morning, guys. Looking good over there.
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, we're headed to Quincy. How about you?
Yeah, I'm just going up for a few more miles, dump out, and turn around and go back. Have a good one, there. We'll catch you later.
Yep.
It's okay, I'm wearing my safety vest. That's one side. I'm fast. I'm very efficient. By the time I leave the pit, it'll already be dusty anyways. getting last night's dust off of it. And then you got that. Thank you. Time to roll. Go play in traffic. 7 a.m. We're gonna go eastbound and down. More like eastbound and slow. Makes that truck look good are those short fuel tanks. Yep. Definitely. Makes it look like it's got a longer wheelbase than it does. That's a nice look. Jack. Thanks everybody for watching. It's been a good week. Sorry I didn't make the truck show at Chemex. Health reasons once again. But we're on top of it. Catch me next week. And we'll do this again. Peace and grease. Have a great Thanksgiving.